Welcome to Diet.com video. I'm Sarah Dussault, and today I'm with yoga instructor Erica Bornstein. And today Erica is going to be showing me a yoga for beginners sequence. Now Erica, yoga is not just for advanced, but anybody can do yoga, and really this sequence is going to show that to the viewers at home, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a more basic sequence, so if you're brand new to it, this won't be as scary as going into a full class.
Yeah, and if you can master this sequence, you're definitely ready to take on a full class.
For sure. All right, so we're gonna get started with the sequence in child's pose. So you take your knees together, or you can have them apart, really whichever one is more comfortable to you. Just let your torso drop over, let your hips be heavy, and drop your forehead to the mat. And just before you get started, just close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths just to get ready. Set your mindset, clear your mind. And just, you can hold this for however long you want. And then go ahead and press your hands into the ground and come into tabletop. So shift the shoulders directly over the wrists, and the knees are directly underneath the hips. Look down. And then you're gonna drop the belly on an inhale for cow pose. So pull the chest through, look up slightly, keep your neck nice and long. Good. And as you exhale, round the spine, lift the navel up, and feel the sides of your waist pick up. Nice. And then a couple more like that. This is getting your spine nice and warm. Just remember to link your breath to movement. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Let the breath spill out. Take a few more like that. Inhale, look up. Exhale, really round the spine, lift the navel to the spine, and then just come back to a neutral spine. Look down, tuck the toes under, and shift your hips back to downward facing dog. Good. So downward facing dog, especially if you're new, it can be a little bit stressful. So just make sure your alignment is correct. Look up at your hands, make sure the middle finger is pointing straight ahead. Your arms are super straight. You take your shoulders and you wrap them way down off of your neck. So slide them down, wrap your triceps back. And then your spine is nice and long. Sarah has a perfectly nice long spine. The sitting bones are the highest point. And then your legs don't have to be necessarily straight. You can soften the knees if your spine is not straight. So what's most important is that your hips are high, and then melt the heels down to the ground. The heels won't touch if you're new. It takes years and years to get the heels to touch. So just breathe there. And the more that you do this pose, the more comfortable you become. It does actually become a resting pose, believe it or not. Good. And then inhale forward to plank pose. And drop the knees down. So especially if you're new to this, just take it on your knees. You want to create a straight line from the crown of your head all the way down to the knees. Lift the navel up, feel the sides of the waist lift. Take one more inhale. Lower your chest and your chin down and come into cobra pose. So untuck the toes, reach your legs back long, good. Elbows squeeze into the midline, the heart reaches forward, the shoulders are down off the neck. Feel the squeeze in that shoulder blades. Take one more inhale. Nice, Sarah. And then exhale, tuck the toes back under and push back to downward facing dog. You also can go through child's pose on the way up too. So we're gonna take the right leg, sweep it up to the sky on an inhale. As you exhale, step through warrior one. So you're gonna ground the back heel down. You're gonna work on getting your hips square to the front of the mat. So if that feels a little awkward for you, you can inch this foot out to the side of your mat, to the left side of the mat. Because you're not on a balance beam here. You don't need to look like you're walking on a tightrope. And then just slide the right hip back, left hip forward. Sink the hips really low and lift the heart high. Keep the shoulders down off the neck. So this pose is called warrior one. It's not a lazy pose, right? So you need to really keep a nice deep bend in this right leg. Make sure the knee is directly over the ankle. So never have your knee further. Good, just feel the strength in both of you. So take an inhale, lift your heart, open to warrior two. And you're just gonna have to reposition the feet a little bit. So you wanna make sure the right heel lines up directly with the left arch of your foot. Nice, and you have a nice external rotation, so Sarah's turning her hip out, the right knee is working towards the right side of your mat, the shoulders are relaxed, and then just find a gaze right over your right index finger. Nice. And try to stay in this pose without kind of freaking out. Just try to breathe through it, especially if you're feeling it in that quad. And then go ahead and flip the palm, take an inhale and reverse your warrior. So keep that right shoulder down off the neck. Just feel the stretch in your right side waist. Take one more inhale, reach. And then exhale, windmill your hands down. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Step that foot back to plank. Lower the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we're just gonna do the exact same thing on the left leg now. So inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through your hands to warrior one. So you ground the back heel down. And then same thing, scooch that heel out if you need to. Just make sure your hips are nice and square. So the hardest part about this is really sliding that left hip back and the right hip forward. Drawing the navel in, lifting the heart. Nice. And then drop the shoulders down, relax, dip the hips lower, lift the heart higher. Feel the strength in both legs. So you're really pressing that back leg down. Take one more inhale, lift. Exhale, open to warrior two. Again, shifting the feet, just lining up the left heel now to the arch of the left foot, of the right foot rather. Sink low, low, low into that left knee, turning it out, externally rotating, and just relaxing the shoulders. And then just find your gaze over that left hand. Good. And again, try to stay patient through it. Try not to fidget. Take one more inhale, and then flip the front palm, reach back, reverse your warrior. Feel the stretch on the left side waist. Nice long waist. Take one more inhale, and then exhale. Cartwheel the hands down, plant them under the shoulders. Walk yourself back to plank, lower down to the knees. Chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart for cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, child's pose. Good.
Thanks, Erica, for showing me this beginner sequence. For those of you at home who enjoyed this, check out our other yoga videos featuring Erica, and we'll see you soon. Bye.